Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Tuesday Night Raw. We are here, King of the Ring, just left. We just went past that corner where King of the Ring was, and needless to say, wasn't a night for Raw to celebrate at all. The furthest they progressed to was the semi-finals, but no King of the Ring winner in sight for them tonight. However, it is not that to worry about in Chicago. For Raw, there are many other things that we must focus on and we must pay attention to. Most notably, regarding one man who's going to be coming up actually right after this little thing. But the main event for tonight, the Brood is in action. The Brood is hosting an open challenge tag team matchup. You heard Mordecai put out the challenge last week. He said anyone on Raw, SmackDown Live, ECW, NXT. His Brood want a challenge, and they're going to get it here tonight. Who is going to be from, though? I have no idea, and I imagine a lot of people on Raw have no idea. But we're going to start things off here tonight. We're going to come back to the Brood thing, because we're going to start things off with the man on Raw that everyone is talking about. The man who stood atop at the end of Raw last week. The man who laid out Jinder Mahal and Adam Cole. The man known as the villain, Marty Scurll, heads towards the ring to start things off here on Raw. It was a weird time last week to question. Jinder Mahal, Adam Cole tearing one another apart in a street fight in the main event of Raw. Adam Cole looked to have Jinder Mahal beat after a suicide dive DDT on the outside. But all of a sudden, a power cut of all things. It wasn't as if any spirituals happened. The power cut out. And when the lights finally re-emerged, Marty Scurll stood in the ring. He laid out Adam Cole, threw him out to the ring, then went for Jinder Mahal and did the exact same. And now, here tonight, Marty Scurll will start things off. With still a bit of a mean streak to him, with still quite a lot of vengeance in his eyes, Scurll is going to torment and abuse Curtis Axel as we get ready for things on Monday Night Raw, even though it's not Monday, but please go along with it. Axel, who lost last week to Cody Rhodes, I believe, is not in for a better receipt here tonight. He's not even in for a fun night at all. He's in for another night of torture at the hands of the villain. Though Axel seems to be taking this opportunity in his stride as much as he can as he heads towards the ring. I'm not even going to bother playing the, well, if Curtis Axel wins card, this could be huge for his career, because he's not going to win. He is going to be absolutely destroyed at the hands of the villain Marty Scurll. This man is by no means in a happy and cheerful mood like we can sometimes see the villain in. This man is far from that. He is poised, he is focused, he is directed towards one goal and one goal alone, it seems, and that is getting his hands on the World Heavyweight Champion and certainly the number one contender. He did that last week, but there may well be more to the plan of the villain Marty Scurll. Curtis Axel here tonight just going to be a sacrifice in the plan of Marty Scurll as it goes forward. And as we begin, Scurll has already exploded out of the blocks after Curtis Axel stomps and a dropkick. Are his versatile moves thus far? Oh, this isn't going to be a fun night for Curtis Axel, is it? Atomic drop and a Luthez press takedown. Marty Scurll is already tormenting Curtis Axel, as he should. Let's be honest, this is the man who is the talking point of Raw right now. Not Jinder Mahal, not Adam Cole, certainly not Lars Sullivan. It is about Marty Scurll. Everyone wants to know how and why Scurll did whatever he did last week. What his intentions are and where does he go from here. But Scurll is focused on one thing right now, and that is tearing apart Curtis Axel. There's a back suplex into a backbreaker for you. And it's not going to get any easier at all. Will he look for the move that laid down champion and challenger last week? Indeed he will. Hooks him up for a spinning powerbomb here. Drives him around and down into the mat. And that was what laid out Jinder and Cole last week. But it ain't going to be done for Axel yet. There's still one more piece to the puzzle before he can call it ball game. And that is the crossface chicken wing. This one is over. Curtis Axel's going to be tapping out any second now. There's the submission. Marty Scurll torments a soul to celebrate victory. Jesus, this man is looking dangerous in his quest to become a face here on Raw. In his quest to get his name out there. That is 3 people laid out in 2 weeks by the villain. Oh no, 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 Scurll ain't done. Scurll ain't done by any means. Axel thought he was finished. Thought he had time to recover, but that is anything but the truth. Here comes another receipt for you. Here comes another spinning powerbomb for you to endure. Round and down you go. Into the turnbuckle. Axel disposed of. Scurll's night only just beginning. He demands a microphone and is getting into talking about it right away. Scurll talking about last week. Don't ask why. Don't ask how he did it. Ask why he did it. Scurll playing a mastermind game, but they're trying to push focus away from any kinds of ways to how he was able to pull it off last week, but people need to know why. And Scurll has the answer for them. Scurll is sick and tired of the likes of Jinder Mahal and Adam Cole hogging a spotlight that they don't deserve. They both got it off the ragtails of the Bullet Club, and that is far and gone. Marty Scurll hates the Bullet Club. Marty Scurll hates Jinder Mahal. He hates Raw. He hates everyone around him. And he wants to settle business by showing the people should have been paying to Scurll all along. Scurll remembers last week that when the match was signed, it was not who got the pin, but who stood on top, was the exact wording. And in case you forgot, Scurll stood on top. But if you want to know what he has in mind, you play the waiting game. Marty Scurll stood on top. Marty Scurll decides what's next. And Marty Scurll certainly ain't going to leave Mahal and Cole to go at it alone. But when you want to know, Scurll will decide that. The villain is playing mind games with everyone. The Raw crowd, Jinder Mahal, Adam Cole, the Raw general manager, and even superstars backstage at Raw. This is evil games. This is mind games to the absolute extreme by Marty Scurll, and I've got to be honest, I like them. I like them indefinitely. Mahal and Cole not here tonight. Both men still recuperating from the match and from the beatdown by Scurll last week. Oh, and has he left the World Heavyweight Championship scene? Has he left that door swinging wide open as we head towards, of all seasons, WrestleMania? Well, that's going to be an interesting one. That is something for Doro and Arlo to deal with as time goes on. And certainly actually something that Marty Scurll gets to deal with as well, because as he said, the exact wording was not who got the pinfall, but who stood on top at the end of it all. And as Marty Scurll pointed out, it was him. And we move on now to the next contest here tonight. Triple H and Jeff Hardy to meet one-on-one in this one. Jeff Hardy's second match since his return to this universe against a staple piece in Monday Night Raw. Triple H would love to push away any momentum that Jeff Hardy's had since his return and turn the spotlight onto him, as Triple H always likes to do. Scurll and Triple H almost in the same mindset right about now. They don't care about Bullet Club, they don't care about Mahal, they don't care about Cole, they care about themselves. And I have said it time and time again about Triple H, one of, if not the greatest talent in this universe to not have won the world title. And that time has got to come sooner rather than later for Triple H on Monday Night Raw. If it doesn't come at all for him on Monday Night Raw, then Triple H may have to look elsewhere to make a name for himself. If that means coming to ECW, oh, Triple H, Seth Rollins, I will have that happily take up an entire ECW show. But it all depends on what is next for Triple H. Where does he go from here? Where does he go after this match against Jeff Hardy here tonight? Jeff Hardy, of course, has got his own little business to deal with. We saw that in his return and his match that was bumped aside last week by a guy trying to play mind games with him as well. And the Brian Kendrick. Triple H, though, is not caring about those mind games either. He doesn't care about what the Brian Kendrick and Jeff Hardy have to get on with. He cares about what Triple H and Jeff Hardy have to get on with. And what they have tonight is a match that they need to contest against one another. I honestly believe this one's going to be a really contested bout here tonight. Jeff Hardy prepares to make his way out here on Monday Night Raw to do battle against the game. The crowd always happy, especially to see someone with a lot of fire and desire like Jeff Hardy has, and especially happy to see Jeff Hardy here. The Chicago crowd certainly excited to see him. And I gotta imagine in another extent they're excited to see what comes tomorrow night on SmackDown Live. Yeah, I'm doing a shameless plug for another show, and I'm not even the general manager of that one either. Tomorrow night, of course, the Chicago crowd will be paying close attention to their TV screens as Bobby Fish and CM Punk engage in a battle for the WWE Championship. That's tomorrow night. You don't want to miss that one. But right now, we are about Monday Night Raw. It's about Jeff Hardy and Triple H going one-on-one here. As I said, Jeff Hardy been dealing with some interesting situations with the Brian Kendrick as of late. His return was a victory over the Brian Kendrick. Last week he was supposed to take on Randy Orton, but for somehow and some reason, a certain payment made by the Brian Kendrick towards the Raw General Manager Dario Ronaldo sent Jeff Hardy away from that match and put the Brian Kendrick in it. Kendrick would go on to win using the ropes to his advantage, but playing a little bit of trickery with Jeff Hardy. Some more mind games emerging there on Monday Night Raw. As for right now, though, no mind games will be played in this one. It's just straight wrestling between these two men. Triple H, definitely, I would argue, the better wrestler of the two. But Jeff Hardy could use his speed and his unpredictability to his advantage. Triple H is not a guy to really fork out a lot of innovative offense. He knows his game plan and he sticks to it time in and time out. Jeff Hardy is one who doesn't really come in with a game plan. He has a start plan, which is to go at 100 miles an hour, and he has an end plan, which is to go at 100 miles an hour and hit a swanton bomb. Triple H follows the same methodical game plan. Break down the opponent, take away what their strongest asset could be, rip them apart limb from limb, hit the pedigree, and get the win. And listen to this crowd here in Chicago. They're siding with Triple H now, temporarily here. Triple H going to use that to his advantage to spike Jeff Hardy into the mat with a pile driver there. Hardy a little on the back foot here, and look at the huge act of disrespect there by Triple H. Triple H, though, allowing Jeff Hardy back into the ring, almost setting up a little bit of a false bit of respect there. Jeff Hardy able to counter and send her to the outside. Certainly on the outside might help Jeff Hardy here, you know, a little bit more random things to use to his advantage, but Triple H making sure that's not the case as the cerebral assassin within him comes out. Cross body though by Jeff Hardy. These two men are having quite a back and forth right now on the outside. Don't forget about the count. Triple H going to do you now. Count up to 6 and dumping Jeff Hardy's ribs into the barricade there. That is going to take the wind out of you. Back in the ring we go with Triple H in control here. Another high knee for Jeff Hardy to endure. Okay, Triple H just torments Jeff Hardy now, giving him no window of opportunity to get back into this matchup. This is the game plan that Triple H likes, and this is the game plan that he sticks to. Triple H now, spinebuster there to Jeff Hardy. And the cover that follows to maybe put him away. Did a lot of work on the back. But Jeff Hardy able to kick out of two there and hang on. Jeff Hardy needs a chance to get back into this one. He needs to create something for himself here. And this may be it. Swings wildly at Triple H there and catches him. Jeff Hardy now hooks him in. DDT, spiking him on his head there. And Triple H crawling a little bit there, trying to find a chance for him to catch his own breath now. But it's Jeff Hardy's turn to get some offense on the go. Clothesline, atomic drop. Jeff Hardy with the leg drops down into the ribs. And a drop kick to follow it. Hardy has found his chance now. Can he capitalize on it? Maybe so. Twist of fate. Jumps in. Cover on Triple H now to put him away. Oh, it was a 2 count. Jeff wanted to double check that was 2 or 3. Ref informs him it was 2. And that doesn't surprise me, to be fair. Triple H is someone who it takes an awful lot to finish off. Jeff Hardy now is in the driver's seat of this one. Triple H on the back burner, and Triple H may well stay on his back until the end of this match now, which might not be that far away. Hardy, though, slow to get to the turnbuckle, couldn't capitalize. I think the work that Triple H had done on the back there was doing a very, very good job of stopping Hardy from going up high. Triple H now, look at these, went for chops there to Hardy, but he counters off the top. Crossbody again there. And Jeff Hardy is the one who leads this matchup. Leg drop there to the arm of Triple H. Going to try and take away the pedigree now from the game. Jeff should spend a little less time taunting though and more time focusing, but he may not need to because there may not be that much time left in this match. Jeff Hardy up on the top. Swanton bomb! Right into the cover to end this with Triple H. Oh, he was close, but Triple H again just kicks out at 2. And somehow Triple H has found his counter as well. Reverse DDT there. And down on the back again goes Jeff Hardy. You got to think, how much did that hurt after all Triple H has done to the back throughout this matchup. Into the turnbuckle goes Jeff Hardy now, and again Triple H sets him up on the top rope. Chops again into the chest of Jeff Hardy. And I think I know what he has next in mind here. This one's going to hurt both of them. Triple H and Jeff Hardy up high. Superplex, and down they go. And Triple H come back from behind here and beat Jeff Hardy. Maybe so. Spinebuster there again. But even the wear and tear getting to Triple H a little bit there. Was slow to move in for the kill, but the kill is still going to strike. The kick in the gut hooks the arms in. Pedigree by Triple H. Certainly didn't look like the strongest of pedigrees though. But he got it nonetheless, and he covers Hardy after it. 1, 2, Jeff Hardy kicks out. And that was the point I was on about, not the hardest pedigree he'd hit. It was almost as if he went soft. Like he couldn't, maybe he's already a little bit fatigued and he couldn't bring out to a full force pedigree to get the win. Jeff Hardy with an alley-oop powerbomb. And now Jeff Hardy has found more fight within him as well. Whisper in the wind. And that could finish the game off here. There's 1, there's 2, and still Triple H is kicking out. Jeff Hardy certainly can't believe it. And there are quite a few people in this crowd who can't either. But I don't see him kicking out of this one. Up high, Swanton bomb. Did he get all of it though? I'm not too sure. Cover, and Triple H kicks out at 1. Looked like Jeff Hardy got way more of the legs than what he did the gut of Triple H, and especially on his bad back, that's going to hurt him even more. Triple H now the one in control here. And Triple H the one sending them to the outside. Up on the fireman's carry there. Triple H now going to send them launching into the barricade. And again, more work on the back of Jeff Hardy. With that back as destroyed as it could well be after this matchup, I would be high inclined to say that I don't see a Swanton bomb striking again in this one. Triple H is now firmly in the driver's seat on the path to victory. But Triple H is letting his anger get the best of him here. Stomps here to Jeff Hardy, who couldn't respond on the mat. But he can respond while they're up on their feet. This has been a great back and forth between these two men here. There's that DDT again by Jeff. And he turns him round here. Covers Triple H now, hoping it's enough for victory. Not going to happen. Certainly a section of the crowd here cheering on Triple H in this one. Well, there are quite a majority section that is booing him as well. Triple H very, well, not really 50-50, more 2/3 hate, 1/3 support within this arena. Jeff Hardy still fighting here, brings him down with a snapmare and a pinpoint elbow, striking in the back of the head. Hardy going to go on the apron. Will this pay off here? He's going to fly. Triple H caught him in midair. Hooks the arms in. Pedigree by the game. Look at how quickly he can turn a match around. Triple H with a counter like one I've never seen. Caught him in springboard. Pedigreed him down, and that one in my mind just signaled the end for Jeff Hardy. 1, 2. Jeff Hardy kicks out at 2. Wow. This match is meaning everything to these two men right about now. Triple H there, he just couldn't bring his strikes out within him there. He was slow. After that pedigree, both men are worn out. Both men are weakened now. They've thrown their entire arsenal at one another, and the other won't stay down. Leg drop there by Jeff, countered by Triple H now. Look how slow these two men are walking around now. This has been one hell of a match here on Monday Night Raw. This is about two men with a drive and a passion for victory. But only one can get it. Jeff Hardy goes up high after that drop kick. Jeff Hardy. Leg drop from the top. Is this Jeff Hardy's moment now? Is this his final window to close this match out? Presented in front of him. In the turnbuckle, he takes Triple H. Does he have it in him to hit it? Yes, he does. Whisper in the wind again. Can Jeff Hardy end this one off? He's not trying for Swanton. Maybe it's because he can't. Maybe his back has given out on him. Jeff Hardy is slow to move. His back must be hurting. But he's not giving in. Jeff's going to try for the victory here. Can third time be a charm? Hardy. Swanton bomb. Into the cover. Leg hooked. Middle of the ring. Jeff Hardy beats Triple H in what was one hell of a contest. No title on the line. No chance either at one, just a victory and momentum. That is what, not Monday Night Raw as a whole, but what wrestling should be all about. That drive and desire to win, never putting yourself down, never finishing until the final stretch, until you can't fight any longer. Both men will live to see another day, but it's Jeff Hardy who wins a fantastic match here on Monday Night Raw. I thought it was going to be match of the night, and I was proven correct. Jeff Hardy, your winner in this one. And a great job for him there. That doesn't mean, though, we should overlook Triple H. History only has a tendency to remember the winners, but Triple H was a great, great competitor within that one. We're going to move on now. The next contest in the women's division, Alexa Bliss against Paige. And Alexa Bliss in trouble here as she goes up against a woman destined to try and get her Raw Women's Championship back. But this could be a spot of bother that turns into a chance to put their name out on a grand stage. Alexa Bliss beats Paige here. You gotta think more focus deserves to go to the woman who coins herself as the goddess. Everyone's been watching this one from afar, especially in the Raw Women's division. For the last few months now, it has been pinpointed between two women. It has been between Rosemary and Paige. No one has been able to come close. Alexa Bliss tried to take the title away from Paige in the past and failed. Rosemary was the one to do it. And now Paige wants, of course, what she calls hers back around her waist. Alexa Bliss, you're going to look for a win here tonight, though, to really put a spoiler in the mix, to really show that maybe a third party should be added to the occasion, like with Marty Scurll and that World Heavyweight Championship. Alexa Bliss could do the same here tonight, because this is her opponent. This is the woman that she has to overcome, a woman who certainly was never in a good mood when she was in Bullet Club and is in even less of one now since that came apart. And since she is without her Raw Women's Championship. Paige heads towards the ring here. She said she wanted her title back. She said she wanted a match, and she said she would demand Rosemary to put that title on the line. Rosemary said, okay, but we do it on my time, my place, my match. So even though Paige is the shoehorned #1 contender, she isn't the one who gets to decide where it takes place. The Raw General Manager isn't the one who decides where it gets to take place. It is down to the Raw Women's Champion, because let's be honest, if the Brood say they're going to do something, are you going to oppose it? Just put that through your mind. Do you want to say to Rosemary, no, you can't do that when she looks how she does? And even if you did say no, do you want to deal with the repercussions? Do you want to deal with Mordecai sending the World Tag Team Champions after you? I don't. And it's not as if I get away with it easy either. I have a Wyatt family on ECW to contend with. But that's a topic for another discussion. Anyway, here is Paige and Alexa Bliss starting this one off now. Look at how Paige works here slowly. And almost some mind games. Headbutt slow. That's hardly mind games. Paige is going to fight her own matchup, much the same as Triple H in the prior one. She'll fight her match, but as opposed to where Triple H follows a game plan the entire way through, Paige is a wild card, especially after losing the Raw Women's Championship. She's become even more so one. She now will do anything for that desire of victory. She will now do anything to close out her opponent. Whether it's a Rampage, a PTO, or even something we've been seeing a little more, an Avalanche Rampage. All of those can be executed by the former Raw Women's Champion, but Alexa Bliss will try and use Paige's in-ring work to her disadvantage. She will try and make Paige make mistakes. You can't out-wrestle them. You might as well try and outmaneuver them. Good sent on there by Alexa Bliss. She didn't get all of it, though. She kind of overshot her target. And look at how quickly Paige not only returned to her feet, but returned to being in charge here. Triple clotheslines to Alexa Bliss. And again, the head this time being targeted. This time, of course, for that Rampage DDT. Flying forearm there by Bliss. Just leapt her whole body in. Wake of the eyes. And we could be seeing another trip to the outside here. Paige decides otherwise. Big forearm there to Bliss. Still stunned as she gets back in. Northern Light suplex. But Bliss is still fighting back here, trying to prove a point to Paige and Rosemary included. Trying to prove a point to the Raw General Manager. Trying to show that she is a fighter. Uh-oh. Nowhere for her to turn here. Paige Turner. Cover after it now as Paige put away Bliss. Not yet. Kick out at 2. Paige's reaction. Certainly one of frustration. She would have hoped that would have put it away. She would have hoped that that would have finished the deal there and made Rosemary realize that she should be the #1 contender and she should get her match as soon as she likes. This one continuing on though. In the turnbuckle we go now. What exactly does Paige have in mind? Avalanche DDT there. Brought in from the second rope and slamming her head first down into the mat. And I think I know what she is setting her up for now. Up on the top rope. This one's going to hurt. This one's going to really hurt. Paige in position. Avalanche Rampage DDT. From all that way up to drive face first into the mat. This one is over. 1, 2. Oh, Alexa Bliss kicked out and Paige's frustration shows it there. I really thought that was going to be it. I don't know how Alexa Bliss fought on there. And I don't know how she's still fighting on right now. Going after the leg now is Paige. But oh, that had to have hurt Alexa Bliss there. I'm not too sure how much she can fight on here. Look at this high angle here. A high angle cloverleaf. But Paige can't finish the job. Fair play to Alexa Bliss there. She got out of that one early. Sends Paige stumbling backwards a little bit. And is able to take her down there once again. Use her speed against her. Outmaneuver her. Alexa Bliss though goes for a big kick in the back. Misses it and Paige can capitalize. No, she can't. Bliss sends her down into the mat. And Bliss now going to look to finish this one off. Whatever she's got in mind here, she hopes it will work. Kick in the gut. Nope. Paige says otherwise there. Caught her with a hard clothesline. And now drags her into the middle of the ring for the Paige Turner once more. There may well be no fighting back, but Paige doesn't go for the cover. Oh, Bliss could be done for now. A rampage. 2 Paige Turners. A high angle cloverleaf, and now the PTO is locked in. And there really is no way out of this one. Can Alexa Bliss find a way to wriggle her small frame out of the clutches of Paige? Or is she done for here? Is Paige going to get a win? No, she had to let go there. Bliss has fought out of it. Paige has to stumble away there. Can Bliss create a chance for herself? Indeed she can. Snake eyes to Paige. Is Bliss about to pull off a huge upset on the #1 contender? Oh no, she ain't yet. Early kick out. But Bliss will take it to the top. She might look for Twisted Bliss. She might look to go for it here. No, it's a senton splash. And she got all of it. But Paige, how quickly she moves out of the way and how quickly she dumps Alexa Bliss back down. German suplex, middle of the ring. We know what's next, and I think this is it. This is now academic. This is the PTO stitched in again. This is where Paige beats Alexa Bliss. Try as you might, there's no escaping. Alexa Bliss gives in. Paige is your winner. And she shows the signs of how much you have to fight to get it as well. But Paige wins here. Rosemary, are you paying attention now? Because this woman wants that shot against your belt. And will stop at nothing. Rosemary may well say on her time, her place, her match. But Paige has proven that there is no doubt that she deserves that sooner rather than later. The longer you keep her waiting, the more you're going to frustrate her. And that's certainly not something that Paige wants to think about. As Paige celebrates her victory here tonight, she just got interrupted by the Raw Women's Champion. And look at the anger within the eyes of Paige. For the first time since Armageddon, she will stand face to face against Rosemary. She will look this woman in the eyes. Rosemary and Paige just stand at one another. Oh, as Paige waited for this date. And Rosemary begins to talk the trash. A win over Alexa Bliss. Congratulations, you picked up a win, but in Rosemary's eyes, it means nothing. If you want to prove yourself, if you want to show that you deserve that title shot really soon, you gotta earn it. You gotta prove it. And Rosemary's idea of proving it seems harsh, but when is it not? When it comes to the Raw Women's Champion. Next week, you in a 2-on-1 handicap. I decide the opponents. You decide what happens. If you win, maybe you'll get the shot. But for now, remember this. Oh God, that's what she meant by remember this. A microphone shot into the head of Paige, and we're underway now between these two women. A little bit of a prelude to everything that could kick off. Facebuster now by Rosemary, and she is going after her challenger here. Paige only just overcame Alexa Bliss. Rosemary has wanted to do this, it seems, for a good while, and she's reining in now. The strikes on her challenger. Clothesline there to bring her down. The referee's got involved now, finally. Additional security is here to separate these two, but these two women are going to want to tear each other's heads off. And as they are forced away now, out through the crowd, separated completely. They are widthways apart here in the arena. They have very, very quickly decided to move on in this one. I had my eyes there to see what was going on. Rosemary and Paige are well away from each other and being pushed out now through emergency exits. Going to be taken to opposite corners of the arena. Let's just hope that nothing else kicks off. If it does, well, we'll have word for it. But we're going to focus away from that now and focus on an Aiden English open challenge. That's right. Aiden English is going to have an open challenge. Non-title, of course. Non-title match for Aiden English, because if he was to have a title match for his belt, it would probably be his one and only title defense that he could have allotted to him. But English here says he will face anybody on the Raw roster, and he's not afraid to prove how much of a man he is with his the man at ringside who he revealed as his stagehands, and since have been given great names. Stagehand 1 and Stagehand 2. That's their names, and that's all the attention that we pay to them. Aiden English, of course, he barely muttered it out last week when celebrating his United States Championship victory, saying, "Oh, those are my stagehands." But that is not what we focus on here tonight. That is what we never focus on. Oh, what we focus on is the trouble that Aiden English has just found himself in. Because look who his opponent is. The man who we took the US title from at the Royal Rumble. The man who wants retribution, revenge, and most importantly, his title back. It is Cody Rhodes to accept the challenge here tonight. There may not be a US title on the line, but there is a Cody Rhodes who would love to get the title back around his waist here tonight. And he starts by picking apart Aiden English and getting a win over him here tonight. And make no mistake about it, I already think this one's academic. You have Cody Rhodes in the ring who wants that title back. That title that he lost to a guy who he allowed into that triple threat match at the Royal Rumble. And Aiden English quickly is running, just as he did at the Royal Rumble to win the title. He's hiding away, trying to let his stagehands protect him there, but stagehands can't intervene. or else there'll be a DQ loss. Drop kick now by Cody Rhodes on the outside, and this one is underway between these two. The bad blood is going to be spilled all from one side. Cody Rhodes has nothing but hatred towards Aiden English after losing his title. And Aiden English in return wants to try and get out of here as quickly as possible. Irish whip now, super kick by Rhodes. This is not going to be an enjoyable round for Aiden English, excuse you there. Cody Rhodes hitting the one-winged angel. The now two-time King of the Ring, Kenny Omega, of course, that is being his finishing maneuver, but we'll focus on that when SmackDown Live rolls around. I imagine he'll be there tomorrow night, either to celebrate or to put himself in a match. Working on the arm right now as Cody Rhodes and Aiden English cannot find a way out of it. The US champ seemingly with his back really up against the wall no matter where he turns within this ring. Elbow there, and English now with strikes to Cody. Top in the throat there as one of the stagehands slides in a steel chair there. Whether or not they'll use it to their advantage, whether or not Aiden can even get up to his feet, use it to his advantage, we'll find out. But there's a distraction. The stagehand intervening there. And Aiden English will roll up Rhodes. It can't be this way. Don't let it be. Oh, it's really not. A kick out there at 1 by Cody Rhodes. And the end is on its way. Alabama slam. And as the stagehand tries to protect Aiden English as much as he can, tries to distract the ref, it's all in vain. Down we go. Crossroads. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes wins it. And there is your winner over Aiden English. He got one on him. He got what he wanted on him as well. And the stagehands are inferior on the outside. Cody, your winner, and here they come now. The stagehands breaking their way in and attacking the former US champ. Always there to protect English, and that is what they've done here. Aiden English with the final blow. These three men have just floored the former US champion. Cody Rhodes, your winner, but Aiden English makes sure he gets the last laugh over Cody. Where do you go when you have two men who hate each other as strongly as they do? Where do you go from here? That is down to the mindset of the Raw general manager to decide. One thing is for certain, those two men want to settle it. Cody Rhodes just picked up a non-title win over the US champ. If that doesn't get the wheels spinning for a Cody Rhodes rematch, then I really don't know what will. Raw general manager certainly going to have to take a wild night of action here into account. We come to our main event now, the Brood and their open challenge. Mordecai put this one out, said their Brood are bored of fighting the same teams over and over again. They want a new challenge. They've challenged anyone on any roster. We could see War Machine. We could see the Authors of Pain. We could see Sanity. We could see anyone right now make their way into this ring and try and challenge the World Tag Team titles here tonight. Of course, this is non-title as well, but the Brood are ready to fight anyone at any time. If Mordecai says you have to, then you have to. Undertaker, the man you see in your shot there, one half of the World Tag Team Champions with his brother Kane, but of course they are not the Brothers of Destruction. They are the Brood. They follow the leads and the words of Mordecai. Kane has been indoctrinated by him. Undertaker tried to free him, but in turn ended up getting himself trapped within the Brood, within the clutches of Mordecai. And now here tonight, they will challenge any team that steps into the ring against them. Kane and The Undertaker, prepare for this one. Who steps up with them? Who stands across from them in this ring?
Bullet Club.
Fuck off! No! No! Christmas came early! I'm dreaming! Someone pinch me! Pinch me, I'm dreaming! This... No! No! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, why isn't he here? Why aren't you here, you useless twerp, to witness the men, the greatest tag team of all time? The Bullet Club is back! The Bullet Club have returned, the 3-time World Tag Team Champions, the greatest duo this universe and this world has ever seen. Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson are home. This isn't Monday Night Raw anymore. This is Bullet Club country. Oh, my heart. They have stolen my heart and they have made it everything that I wanted it to be and more. Ah. I have a grin on my face that I cannot ignore and I cannot put away. This is heaven. I have died and I have gone to heaven. The Bullet Club are back. Oh my god. This is actually happening. The idiots in the crowd don't know that you never chant against the Bullet Club. Why are you chanting for a man on the apron? Why don't you chant for the greatest duo of all time? Can we just take a moment to realize and remember on this night here in Chicago, on this episode of Monday Night Raw, the Bullet Club returned. And they are going to return with a victory over the World Tag Team Champions, the team that sent them away at Armageddon for some time. Well, guess what, boys? They're back, better than ever, and they're ready to take your gold. You said there was no one who could fight you. You said there was no one who could take that title away from you. You said you were bored of fighting the same teams. Well, how about you fight a team that brought out the very best in you, and a team that has unfinished business with you to go along with it. It's Bullet Club country. It's Bullet Club time, and you're holding the Bullet Club's titles. Carl Anderson now in off the tag, and here he goes to do some business. This is moving. This is everything I wanted and more. I just thought another team was going to step up to the plate and the Brood were going to dismantle them. But no, they ain't dismantling the Bullet Club. You can't dismantle a family. You cannot dismantle something stronger than blood no matter how hard you try. Undertaker in off the tag now. And he hones some strikes away there onto Carl Anderson. Kane trying to recover on the outside. Carl Anderson moves out of the way there. The Undertaker's attempted move and sends him into the turnbuckle. The big man is going to come back in here. Get Luke Gallows back in that ring, because here we go. Anderson holds him up. Gallows comes down with a double axe handle. God, this is a thrill in itself to watch. This is why I enjoyed Monday Night Raw. For men like the Bullet Club. Not boys like Jinder Mahal and not Amish country folk like Lars Sullivan. Men in the Bullet Club. Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. I don't care if it died at Armageddon. It was always going to live on. Bullet Club was for life. And you can, as I said, you cannot kill a family. You cannot kill something stronger and thicker than blood. This is a treat in itself to watch, just to see these men back in the ring, working with one another as well as they can. Anderson now with a knee in the arm. And capitalizes right away there. Despite giving up height and weight to The Undertaker, it is Taker right now. Who's in trouble? Super kick! When everyone else does it, it's the super kick. When Bullet Club do it, it's super kick! That's a fact. Taker now, though, with a window of opportunity, drags Karl Anderson into the turnbuckle, makes the tag into his brother Kane now in the elbow drop. The Good Brothers don't look in trouble at all, though. They look just as fine as they were on the day they left. Drop kick by Karl Anderson. And the 7-footer comes tumbling off his feet from the wrath and the fury that Karl Anderson brings to the table. Gallows now reins in with heavy punches and shots. Kane, though, with a big DDT. But still, not for 1 second am I worried. Bullet Club have had this matchup under control since the very start. And how about this? A taste of your own medicine. A chokeslam from the Good Brothers. Luke Gallows taking off the turnbuckle pad there because all is fair in love and war. And this one will hurt you as much as it did on Armageddon when it hurt the Bullet Club. When they lost their tag team titles, when they had to say goodbye to everything they held true. It has been 2 months and not a day more. The Bullet Club are back. Strike shear in the turnbuckle now by Luke Gallows. Look at this. Kane can't even try and defend himself. He is weak and feeble to the impact of the Bullet Club. Brings him up to his feet here now, does Luke Gallows. But Kane able to bring out a little reversal there. Think about it, signature maneuvers from all corners that come from the Bullet Club. Not a single big move has come from the Brood. This is your match. This is your time. Make everyone proud who held on to their Bullet Club shirt. Make everyone proud who ever put up a too sweet. Make everyone proud to be a Bullet Club fan, because this is it. Gunstun! 1, 2. Ah, spoil sport. Undertaker is long since on the outside, though. It's a 2-on-1 advantage to the club, and it's time to close it. Good Brothers are going to wish you good night in their own fashion, because here comes another chokeslam from the Good Brothers. And just in case that wasn't enough, how about you get the feeling of a Gallows bomb? Double-handed chokeslam. Twice the power, twice the force, twice the goodness. There's 2. The Bullet Club just beat the Brood. Stick that in your pipe, smoke it, and shove it up your ass. Mordecai, your men are human. And tonight, your men became boys, your boys are vulnerable, and your tag team titles are slipping away. Now, with every second that passes, the Bullet Club are back in town, and there's no one better than them. There never was anyone better than them, and you will see, and everyone else will see, there never will be anyone better than them. This is Bullet Club Country, Bullet Club Town, Bullet Club Raw, Bullet Club win. This is what I would call too sweet. The Bullet Club are back. Don't you forget their name. The Good Brothers reign supreme.